Welcome to QCTVproduction, where we don't do surface level conversations. We get into the real story behind the artist. I'm Eli Energy, and today we've got something really special for y'all. In the building, we got Brisky P ready to talk about his journey, his music, and his truth. Of all, we really appreciate you pulling up for us.
You already know, man. Yeah, always love. You know what I'm saying?
For the
Always
people
love.
first meeting you through QCTV, who is Brisky P? How would you describe your sound in one honest sentence?
Well, electrifying. I would say, you know, in one word as a performer and as an artist.
Okay.
Um, I picked up from the greatest that ever did it. Michael Jackson, James Brown, Usher. You know what I'm saying? All three, was my inspiration in music and one of the one of the best artists I've ever heard of my time. You know, so
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What does your artist name say about who you are as a person and as
well,
an artist?
it's an extension of my own name. You know, government. It's an extension of my own name, and
What's your government name?
oh man, see. That's too much. That's too much. But
Non-disclosure.
it's my real name is Brashawn Priester.
Okay,
So you know,
I can see that. I can see where you got.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh really? Oh man, we talk about that later.
Super,
Small world, but yeah,
super.
that's my government name, and it's an extension of that. But it came the name Brisky. It came around. I was young,
You was
rough,
fast.
yeah, rough around the edges and shit like that. So I was doing shit. Young. You young. You doing shit you ain't
You
supposed to
ain't
be
supposed
doing.
to do. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? So it came from a friend. That kind of stuck to me. You know what I mean? So
So you brisky,
yeah,
huh?
you know,
Speaking of small worlds, what part of your environment shaped your sound the most? Where are you from?
I'm from East Orange, New Jersey.
Okay, so that is a very small environment. So
Yeah.
explain how growing up here, shaped
Well,
who you are.
I'm the youngest of three.
Okay.
I'm the youngest of three, and I grew up in on Springdale Ave, not too far from here. And my father was an R&B artist, so I kind of picked up from him too. You know, my father used to like wake us up, try to get us in the studio late nights, so he'll see us, some type of talent that we got, whether it's acting or, we was always into something like that.
That's
So I was
beautiful.
always around it. So, he would always listen to like, these old school artists and around the house. And, Michael was definitely one of them he would listen to. And I grew up in the 90s era. So around that time, it was, it was cool, you know,
He was
it was
cool.
cool. It was all right, but I came up, my brother was pop locking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He had his own little crew, he was pop locking and everything. So I kind of picked up from that as well,
Yeah, absolutely.
growing up, looking at that. But everything, as far as musically, I would, like, again, it would put my mind into how, Mike would do it, when it became the Jacksons, and, what I'm saying, when he went on his own, what I'm saying? So, I,
So you really fuck with him.
yo, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
get
heavy,
him.
heavy.
Okay. Bet.
Every, I
Got
know everything from Dance Machine to,
Dance machine, the
you know.
ABC, all of that.
Hmm.
So people hear the music, but they don't always understand the road behind it. They always talking about some overnight success or, oh
Yeah.
damn, how'd you get that and it's fast. I want to talk about the grind for a minute.
Oh no,
What was the earliest version of your grind? Like, how did that look
I
like
would
for
say
you?
back in like 2016,
Mm. And what was
2000.
that like? Was that open mics? Were you just
I
trying to
was around
post?
that time. I wasn't performing. I
Okay.
wasn't performing yet. I was trying to perfect the sound and being in the studio because around that
Okay.
time I started getting into the studio more and recording. I've recorded before, but here and there. You know what I'm saying? But this time around that time, I was like, trying to find a hobby because I was, I was always working. You know what I mean? But was trying to find something that I love to do. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, I was always singing.
Absolutely.
And I've always had a nice voice, and you know, I just, was like, hell with it, let's do this shit for real.
I
You
get
know.
you. When God calls you, God calls you,
Yeah,
man.
so I started working with some of the local people around the area like Matt Grove. Shout out to Matt Grove, like one of the first guys to actually like show me how the studio worked. You know what I mean? How I'm a sound and all that other. But finding my sound came a little later on, like around 2018.
Did you struggle with having to find the money for studio time when you first
No, because
started
I was
out?
always working.
Okay,
Like
so
I
you
said, I
already
was.
had that in the
Yeah,
cut.
yeah. I've been
Okay.
on this job for 10 years, so I've 10 years now. But
10
back
years now.
then, I was still working. You know what I mean? Had my own spot. You know what I mean? I'm always independent. You know what
What
I'm saying?
what did you do to survive mentally, emotionally, and financially before people started taking your music serious? I heard you say that you were always working. So what type of jobs were you doing?
For the I work for the state. I work for transit.
Oh, okay,
So
okay. Cool, cool.
I've been on that job for 10 years.
Something people see now that hides how hard the road actually was.
Mm. Man, they like shout out to my manager, Miss Byrne, from Uniquely Coordinated. Shout out to Uniquely Coordinated. She watched me, from my start. You know what I'm saying? And now, she tells me, wow, we both seen each other even grow in the industry, and my performance and my sound of music has changed and gotten better. My writing has gotten better. Lots gotten better. You know what I'm saying? And my exposure, out here is even gotten more, even bigger. Even dealing with Uniquely Coordinated. You know, um, so yeah, like I have her telling me all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'm in so much new shit now.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
So you feel like people don't really get to see all those nights that you were grinding and like looking for shit
Yeah,
and writing and
I mean,
developing the craft.
right.
They see the polished you now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel you.
It's hard work. Like it's really hard work, and you have to be dedicated doing
10,000
that.
hours.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. This ain't no game. This is not a something that I play with lightly. You
And
know,
while you was doing all of that work, was there ever a point that you questioned, like, is this shit even really worth it for real?
no, no, because it's something I've always loved. This is something I love to do. I love to sing. I love to entertain. You know, it's great.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. I love hearing that when artists say that this is full blown, without a doubt, what they want to do when they go for it.
Hmm.
Because there's so many people that here, have dreams that they see in the state of the world economically and societally. Like they're like, oh no, fuck that. Like I don't even want to touch that. So
Right.
I really commend, artists like you that are going full fledged because it's hard.
Hmm.
It's hard. What kept you going when support was low, when money was low, when your confidence was low?
Well, I got a daughter, so you know,
Mm,
she's like a big motivation when it comes to this music, and you know, how she sees me now. Like she like, hey, daddy, you famous. And I'm like,
mm.
yeah,
Almost. We didn't run away.
I'm making my way big, but but my daughter is like a big, inspiration right now, and keeps me going, and because she loves to see me doing what I'm doing. You
It's
know what I
beautiful.
mean? I ain't sitting on my ass, and she know her father work hard. You know, she's like,
Does
you
she?
always performing, daddy. Okay,
I
you got to,
love that.
especially when you work hard to put a name out there.
Yes, absolutely.
You got to keep going. And I feel like I just can't stop at
Absolutely.
all.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Does she have any inclinations for music yet? Can you tell? She gonna be a little singer, a mini brisky.
I caught her. She likes to dance.
Yeah,
She likes to dance and
that's
everything.
beautiful.
So I caught her one time. She was watching that show, Victorious.
I love
You know,
Victoria's.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
So,
she was fucking it
oh
up.
yeah, I caught her one day in the living room. I was like, hey, all right now. You know, she's riffing and shit. I was like, oh man, she is riff.
You know that natural talent before
You
it's
know,
touched. That's the best time.
she's shy though. She's very shy doing. You
Uh,
know, she's shy. The singing part, I gotta, I
get
gotta
that
break
out
out here. Gotta get that out of her. But she's tough cookie. You
of
know,
her. Is the entertainment industry something that you want for her? I know you said that she likes to dance.
it's gotta be her choice.
Okay.
I'm not. I will never force that on
But
her.
you're not opposed to it
No,
though. Okay.
no,
That's
no.
beautiful.
I want her to make her own choices and be smart about the
Be
choices that you make
safe.
and say, yeah. But
Yes.
I'll tell her my experience in the industry and how it could be. But you know, still more to come for me.
Absolutely.
you know,
Ashe. Ashe. Now, I want to ask you something a little more emotional, a little bit more personal. But what hurt more on the way up? Being overlooked, being doubted, or being misunderstood?
wow, that's a good question. Because it was like when on my come up, you know, it was some it'd be some promoter that didn't know my name or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was around big names and had that was in the industry that was doing stuff like performing for years outside. And they're like, oh, who's this guy? You know, but again, when it comes with me, I'm like, it's not gonna stop me. Even if I'm overlooked, it's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep on going, keep on doing my thing that I know nobody else can do. So,
Amen. Ashe. And that kind of grind always leaves like a mark on a person, not just the artist. Like people don't understand us as artists. Like we have who you see, Risky P, and then we have
mm,
us, the government name.
mm,
And sometimes that little being ignored or mispronouncing your name in the middle of your set, like
mm,
little things like that, it scars that person inside. So
mm,
I do want to get a little bit deeper and talk
yeah,
about, the internal conflicts that come with being an artist, if you don't mind.
no, no, it's cool.
So what's a truth about you that you feel like people don't know, and how has it shaped your writing?
Um, I'm a genuine dude. I'm real genuine. You know what I'm saying? Some of these artists again, it's like they're in this competition.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
the
Even when
race.
it comes with my friendships, I'm real genuine. I don't, I cherish the moments that I have with my friendships. Even if we having bad times, I still cherish the moments that we've had. And then I will never want that to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But if it gotta be, it gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
I
be,
so
gotta be.
if it gotta, if it, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
When I say it gotta be. Meaning it's gonna be good. We gonna be good, or we not. And if we
Ashe.
not, cool.
Sometimes people can't climb that mountain with you. That's okay.
You know what I'm saying? It be like that. But
Have you experienced a lot of loss like that in terms of
mhm.
friendships that you
Well,
wanted to
friendships
bring with you?
mainly, yeah. Friendships, family,
How's that affected you?
it affects me. I have my days, but all right.
You write it out. That's the go-to.
Like that's my therapy, man. The music is the therapy.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So, I'm a cancer, so I might hold some shit
Oh,
in
you
sometimes.
emotional. You real
So
emotional.
I might hold some shit in sometimes, and not just not say it. You know, I'd rather say it on paper or
Absolutely.
just put it on the record. We could,
That's why your performances are so electric, because
yeah,
it's all of that pent up
yeah.
emotion and aggression. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What pain has had the biggest influence on your writing? It could be like a heartbreak, a passing of a loved
Okay,
one.
so I'm gonna tell you, one of my songs that's out right now, is single.
Mm.
It's called Smoke Cloud. So I was going through baby mama drama.
Okay.
You know, me and I was. My daughter was living in Atlanta. I was here working with New Jersey, and I was doing the back and forth. You know, me and my baby mom was going through shit, and uh, I was in like me and my baby mom were in good terms. Period. And we ended up breaking up, and I was depressed for like, oh man, I was fucked up to a point where I was like ignoring phone calls
I know that feeling.
for like weeks. And then like me being a new father, I'm got shit in my head like I'm gonna be this bad dad and be a I don't want to be a deadbeat, nothing like that.
Oh,
I want to see my baby.
yeah,
I was fucked up
of
bad.
course, yeah.
Yeah, I was around that time. I was still again like I was. That's like around 2018.
Mm.
I wrote Smoke Cloud. Started doing like demos and shit. I started getting in the studio and shit like that. I didn't start performing until after the pandemic.
Oh, okay, okay.
So a lot of these records that a lot of people hear today, I wrote these back in like two, 2018, 2017. Uh, 2020 was when the pandemic hit and I was locked in the crib. So I wasn't doing shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna write a lot of songs and
Just
just
master it.
Mac and just I had the app called Voicey
Yes,
around that
love
time.
Boise.
Man, I was man,
He said, man.
I was going in with that shit. I was going in. I was writing a lot of new shit that I was like putting puzzling together, and like I wrote two, three my first records that I put out on all streams,
Through voice. Shout out to Boise, man. If you
and that's
don't
why they
know,
call
it's
me
super dope.
Mr. Do It Again, Mr. Medication himself. Yeah, come
Keep doing it.
on.
Do you feel like you producing your own tracks had a mark on you when it comes to coming to producers? Like, do you have a lot of input when it comes to your songs? Do you feel like you know how you want it to sound?
uh,
Or do
as
you just,
far as like producer wise, I get my I find my beats, what I'm saying, on the app that called BeatStars, and
shout out Beat Stars?
I purchase good beat, I'll purchase it. You know what I'm saying? I always purchase my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want no when I put something out, I don't want no extra legal
Nobody
shit.
else got my shit.
Yeah, yeah. But as far as I do put an input
Mm,
on a lot of my records. Now, when it comes to the engineer, uh, I work with my boy Radio. He's a dope engineer that I like engineers that's tapped in with me,
that part.
not just like
In and
just
out.
pushing the buttons
Yeah.
and just all right, that sounds good.
Feel you.
Just give me critique it. Tell me, yo,
Yes.
that's a bad note. Do that over again.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the only way it's going to be good. Only way the record's gonna be good. So yeah, I have that. You know,
Absolutely.
I
That's
have that, and you know, I that's how I do things. I like to do things like that, and not selfish at all.
I get you.
Not
You
being
take
selfish.
input.
Yeah, I take input,
Okay,
and
okay.
I take constructive criticism. I
Absolutely.
do. I
That's
do.
really important,
Yeah.
for sure.
I need to. It's something I know I can do, and I think you can do this a little bit better. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was pure
So
creativity.
yeah.
Do you feel like you are the most creative that you have ever been in your like creative career, or do
Oh
you feel
yeah.
like there's things that you want to try that you haven't
Oh
yet?
yeah. 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 Today is so much different. You know what I'm saying? It's still a hard grind, but they see the name, they see it.
Real shit.
They acknowledge it. You know what I mean? So I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
Absolutely. What about your success has changed your trust?
Oh man, that's a good ass question because my trust is really I don't trust a lot of so we in the industry.
What
In the industry, baby. it's a
do you mean by that?
but it's you can't I've been through a lot of snake shit in this industry. a lot of that.
Mm.
So that's what I mean by that. And
That
motherfuckers talk
weirdo
behind your
stuff.
back.
Have you ran into any Diddy's?
Oh hell no, hell no. Thank God, thank
He said,
God.
"Thank God."
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that over here. But nah, like I said, like you got motherfuckers talk behind your back,
Mm.
sit right in front of your face, shake your hand, dap
Wow.
you.
A lot of that. Want your spot though, whole time.
Yeah,
A lot of that.
telling you, I'm good.
Do you feel like when people hear that song, they, they just dance and they don't understand the pain behind it, or like, how is that as an artist?
I think with it depends on the like. I don't think they dance to the song, especially
No.
that song, but
Mm,
they definitely hear it because of the melody, the
mm,
sound of it. You know, it's not up tempo.
mm.
It's laid back. Listen.
Now I want to bring that into the music that you're making right now,
Mm,
because every new chapter says something different, and you have exposed so many different eras of your life, from when you were working for, who you were working
mm,
for, to that transition to finding your management, to that transition to, people just knowing who you are, like your baby thinking you're a superstar and you are a superstar. You know what I mean? So what does this current chapter say about where you are mentally and emotionally?
mentally, I'm like I'm just working hard. Like I'm still like on that grind. That's still what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting into new things, like as far as acting. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes, love that. Tell.
On a series. So, hey, look, the grind don't stop. You know what I'm saying? As far as the music goes,
Yeah.
I got a new EP coming out, uh, Unspeakable Rhythm.
Okay.
And that tells a story behind it when it comes to Unspeakable Rhythm. You know, again, people wouldn't think about the type of music I make. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to experiment, whether it's with hip hop.
Mm,
Uh, I love hip hop too, by
for
the way.
sure.
And I'm an R&B artist. I love hip hop.
Yes.
So
Hand in
I
hand.
I incorporate the hip hop inside the music.
For sure.
You know, so y'all gonna get some of that too. In this EP. But I also want to show you know the love side. You know, it's very grown and sexy. You know,
We
you
love
know,
that.
gotta get the grown and sexy. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
also I want the music for the people. You know, unspeakable rhythm. I want y'all to dance. you know, uh, give y'all that MJ sound
Mm.
a little bit. Give y'all some of that, that Usher sound, or what, however y'all, whatever sound y'all think I sound like,
Very true.
But it's gonna be a good one. Like I'm really excited about this EP right here.
And we're going to stay very tuned, and QCTV will be listening.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So I want to ask about some of the songs that you got out already, if that's okay
Mm-hmm.
with you. What does Sweet Tooth represent for you in this phase of your career?
Oh man, Sweet Tooth is it's been a big one because I started that song last year. It was a single that I dropped last year that I'm still promoting.
Yeah.
It's still out there. You know what I'm saying?
Kudos to you.
Yeah, yeah. I performed it for the United Nations last year, so
Yes.
it was a big turnout and people love the song. So I was like, you know what, hell, let's put it out. Let's put it out for people. They love this song so much, and for the past year I've been performing that song. A lot of people out here they singing the song in the crowd, and
Mhm.
you know that's how I know I got
I got
them.
one.
yeah,
Yes,
you know.
sir. That's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
Such a catchy fucking song. What was the creative headspace behind Poison?
Man, Poison is just uh it was one of those just laid back, just kick back. Let's Hey girl,
Hey,
we
girl.
ain't gotta we ain't gotta be outside tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I got certain songs where I'm talking about we outside, we dancing, we having fun. It's the story behind you know the breakdown of it. But Poison, we get laid back. Uh, what you trying to do? On Netflix and chill, pick your poison.
Pick your
It's just one of them old school laid back type of songs. You know what I mean? Old to the new.
Love that. Now, I want to get real honest and real raw. about being an artist in this industry.
Hmm.
Okay. What's something about the music industry that people normalize that's actually toxic? Like really toxic.
Damn, that's a hard question. That's
Yes,
a
it is
hard one. I
hard.
can't really answer that. That's like it's a lot of toxic shit in
It's a lot of toxic shit.
the so I can't really like just pick out one. You know what I'm saying? So the politics of it is very toxic.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's ticket sales,
Talk about it.
you know, the creating of it of the music is the fun part.
The pure
The
part.
pure part. That's
Yes.
the greatest part of the music industry. But the business side, boy,
Mm.
you want to strangle somebody. That's it.
Yeah. Once you get
Uh,
into shares and shit,
yeah,
yeah, you
like
want to
you
talk.
know, and then you when you and like well, even if you're an artist and you in a group, you know what I'm saying. You
Mm.
know, different opinions, you know, different attitudes, different personalities. You know, they sometimes clash,
Absolutely.
and it's a tough one. So like I said, yeah.
Have you ever been in a group before you
Oh
was
yeah.
Brisky P?
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, I rock with the foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some of the people that don't know me, I think they respect my motion. You know what I mean? They love how I, how I, professional I am, and how I handle promotion and myself even outside, you know. So yeah, I think it's more so like that. And the people that do know me, they love me, that's around me to know me, you know.
Absolutely. It's a good answer.
So
Have you ever had to choose between peace and momentum?
hell yeah, yeah, yeah. I have on a lot of occasions, you know, just to be in my position, you know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who tests artists more? Friends, relationships, or business?
relationships.
You think? Why you say that?
Because I'm as me being as a R&B artist, you know what I mean. And you dealing with somebody, you know what I mean. That wonder they start getting that girl's head. You know what I mean. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying. So
See it?
I try to get myself, put myself in the. I don't put myself in those positions where I got girls all, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a relationship now, so I deal with that. Man,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I can tell her, like, look, I got a role that's going to be like, look, it's a girl in this role. I don't know how you know, but I'm just telling you, you know,
I'm just telling
I'm just telling you, just I don't want you to be upset. To
you.
find out you see me on the TV screen, like, what the fuck is this? No, I don't need that.
I told you already.
Yeah,
Show
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to hear it when I told you.
Right.
So, yeah.
What part of your career do you feel like you outgrown but you haven't really spoken on yet?
Say that one more time.
What part of your career have you outgrown but you haven't fully spoken on yet? So it could be like a genre of music you used to make or like a style you used to wear.
I think the style. I think I outgrown the style. Like when I first started, I didn't have like a certain style where
Okay.
because I didn't really think about um, what you call it, um, image.
Gotcha.
I didn't think about image like that as I do now.
Image
You know what
switched
I'm
up a
saying? Yeah.
little
So
bit.
my image did switch up a little bit. I had longer hair back then when I was like, you know, doing what I was doing, and I was just going out like regular. You know what I'm saying? But now I come out, have my own little style that I like to come out in. As you can see, this type of shit. I like to wear vests or shirts.
Okay, period.
Come out. You know what I mean? So
Period. What do
so
what do you feel like is the real cost of chasing visibility?
the real cost.
Yeah. Sacrifices you have to make, things of that nature.
I think that man, these are
Yeah, a
tough.
lot of deep
These,
questions.
the question. Wow, that's a tough question. That's a tough one. That question one more time. One more time.
What is the real cost of chasing visibility? Only real shit on QCTV, man.
Oh
People
man.
see the glitz and glams
Like,
and the
look, I
cams. They don't
honestly, I'm,
know.
I'm
They don't know the
I
behind.
honestly just putting the hard for me. I don't put too much cost into like the fame and trying to be
Mm.
I get the opportunities because I'm out here, I'm outside, I'm networking,
So you
I'm
feel
doing
like you don't right now have to sacrifice any part of your like personal energy or
no.
free time with your children or anything like that to
No,
have to
because
perform.
I have I schedule.
Okay.
I put that all together, and then my daughter lives out in New Orleans, so
Okay.
I only have one child,
Oh, okay. Okay. Got you. Got
so I only worry about her, and we're always on the phone talking, so I don't worry about time, and I get her in the summertime, so you know I'm cool. Me and my baby mama, we good now. I said we in a good place. Been in a good place for years now. So
That's good.
mhm.
That's a good answer, actually.
Mm.
Because a lot of people will say how they have to sacrifice like working long hours or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
because like my hours, I work in the mornings, so like my 9 to 5 is crack of dawn. Like I'm up 4 o'clock in the morning, getting to it, and I'm off at 2 o'clock.
Do you feel like you're working when you're doing things for your music career?
Yes,
So it is work.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just
I
longer.
that was funds the music, and that was funds anything I have to do as far as promotion and or music videos, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that funds it.
Oh shit.
You know,
Absolutely.
and also my bills.
We need the bills
mm
paid on this
mm
floating rock out here. Now, before we close this out, I want to end this on a bigger. Hold on. What the fuck? Okay. Before we close this out, I want to end this on something bigger than just the moment. I want to talk legacy. What do you want your catalog to stand for when people look back years from now? Like you be 50 years old, the motherfuckers talking about your music. What do you want them to say about Brisky Pete?
Oh, I want them to say he was a fucking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
A
He
funky motherfucker.
was a funky motherfucker, man. He's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? He put hard work in. You know, he listened. You know, um, he was different. Different. That's the that's a lot of that's a word that's been going through my head for years. Is to being different, like no other artist.
Mm,
So, and I'm saying sound wise,
yes,
you know.
too.
So, bringing sounds back, you know, that people hadn't heard in a long time. So, yeah, I want to be looked at as that.
What's the most important part of your story that you think made you Brisky Pete?
The grind, man,
Absolutely.
the grind. Or the name, how hard I worked on it, Mr. Do It Again, Mr. Medication. Everybody with that those two records that put me on put me out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, okay. We got one last question for you. Who is Brisky P when the music stops and the cameras are off and you're just home in your house? Who are you? What do you like to do? What is your MO?
I'm chill, man. I like to chill,
Mm,
play my PS5.
of course.
Like play
Of
Madden,
course.
2K. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed. You know. Yeah, I got a game tag too. But
Shout your game
you know
tag.
what I'm saying? Brisky P_4. You know what I'm saying? So I'm do yeah, I will follow game tag.
Brisky
But
P just a regular nigga, man.
yeah, bro. I like smoke my weed, chill, maybe write while I smoke, or
Absolutely.
you know, uh, uh, that's about it. I mean, I ain't really, like, I'm just always in a creative space
Oh
with
shit.
music,
As you
so
should be.
that's one of my main things I love to do. You know,
Mm.
I'm chill, dude. I'll be chilling.
I'm just a chill guy. Shout out to Brisky P, man. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Appreciate
That
it.
was Brisky P on QCTV Production, real conversations with real artists. Make sure you follow Brisky P's journey, stream his music, and stay tapped in with QCTV for more raw, unfiltered stories. Until next time, I'm Eli Energy, and we're out.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Come on over, girl. You really want to. I bet you really want to. I bet you really want to. Come on, stop, girl. You really want to. I bet you really want to. Be mine, sweet lady. I said, would you be mine? And I can't lie, I feel like you're my lifeline. And I'll be there whenever you need me. Tell me all your wishes. Let me be your genie. You've been playing shy, I'm Mr. Nice Guy. I'm not sure just what you're feeling, but when I touch the sky, girl, you make me high. When I'm around you, baby, yeah, I go so hard for you, baby girl. You're the only joy I need in this world. Yeah, I'm feeling you, hope you feel it too. Let's get this thing together, let's make it you. Come on over, girl, you really want to. I bet you really want to. I bet you really want to. Come on, stop, girl. You really want to. I bet you really want to. Be mine, sweet lady. I said, would you be mine? And I can't lie, I feel like you're my lifeline. And I'll be there whenever you need me. Tell me all your wishes. Let me be your genie. Yeah. When I look in your eyes, girl, I see the stars, baby. Girl, you know you got me. Got me looking mesmerized when I see them thighs, baby. I can be the only man that can satisfy your needs, girl. I just wanna hold you, love you. Come on over, girl. You really want to. I bet you really want to. I bet you really want to. Come on, stop, girl. You really want to. I bet you really want to. So be mine, sweet lady. I said, would you be mine? I can't lie, I feel like you're my lifeline. And I'll be there whenever you need me. Tell me all your wishes. Let me be your genie. Gotta get out, do something. Don't wait on nothing too long. Mama told me you ain't no fool. Just go on and do what you do. Gotta get out, do something. Don't wait on nothing too long. Mama told me you ain't no fool. Just go on and do what you do. Just go on and do what you do. Just go on and do what you do. Yeah. Just go on and do what you do. Just go on and do what you do. Yeah. Sweet lady, I said, would you be mine? And I can't lie, I feel like you're my lifeline. And I'll be there whenever you need me. Tell me all your wishes. Let me be your genie.